Hey, it's the cat video where we sometimes drink beers and we have cats. And how's he feeling?
It's okay. We're going to the vet tomorrow because he's been a little pukey this week.
We had that problem this week.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's just because he was fussy about his food, but
Yeah. Imagine if we did that. We just didn't like something we ate and we just started puking everywhere. I guess that happens sometimes. Um, just not all the time. Well, Sauron, good luck at the vet. Andy had to go this week because he was having a couple days where he was coughing more than usual and did have a he puked on me at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Um, that was fun.
yeah,
So
had an incident recently where he threw up on our pillow, like,
yeah,
and I had to wake up at 2 a.m. and kind of scrape all the vomit off and throw all the
yeah,
pillow in the laundry.
yeah. That's what I had to do. Boy, this beer video starting off with cat puke. This is why you come here. You come here for the cat puke and stuff like this, and then you don't come back. And I understand why. It's been a long weekend. Not a bad weekend, just a long weekend. Um, I got high for the Steeler game, and we still have a skeleton hanging on the front door from Halloween, which I've decided is not coming down. At least till after the holidays are over. It's just gonna get dressed up for the holiday. But it's currently wearing a Cameron Hayward t-shirt right now. He is one of the defensive ends for the not defensive end. Yeah, he's defensive end for the Steelers. Um, so the skeleton is wearing a Cam Hayward shirt. Let's see if any of the neighbors try to steal it. The
Oh,
shirt, not
yeah.
the skeleton.
Oh, sorry, hiding in my armpit because I don't think he wants to be perceived. Understand, little man?
Doesn't want to be perceived.
Yeah, you know,
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, if I could just go through life without being perceived.
God, right?
To
Yeah.
drink.
I don't compete in jujitsu. I've told all my people there, like, yeah, I just don't want people looking at me. I hate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. I go out sometimes and that's a nice thing about when I take my lunchtime walks during the week is that generally there's not a lot of people out. And so I don't really have to I can just kind of walk past people. There was a person who I was kind of friendly with a couple streets over, um, who put up a MAGA sign the weekend after the Madison Square Garden Love Fest, whatever they called it. And so I'm not talking to her anymore. I've been like excited for the day that I could just walk past her and completely ignore her. I can't wait to do it. It almost happened today.
Weird little microcosm, I think your neighborhood is.
Mhm.
Like, obviously, in, the burning hellhole of Minneapolis, like, I live in a bit of a bubble.
Yeah.
So, we put up an Ilhan sign in our window and, like, no one in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, it's nobody causes trouble, at least in this neighborhood. Like nobody has there's been signs up for both and my neighbor is a big MAGA supporter and she had a big
Yeah.
she had a big banner up on her porch, but the morning after the election she had actually taken it down, which I kind of gave her some credit for because it's like I still don't.
Got what you wanted, bitch.
Yeah, I don't respect you, and I don't respect your decisions. But because I look, win or lose, I had a Harris sign up, and I had a sign up for Summer Lee, who is a local candidate, and I took those down the next day, and I would have no matter what. I mean, Summer Lee won, so say that again.
Did Summerlee win?
She did, yeah, yeah.
Oh, good, good.
She's pretty ingrained now, where I think it's gonna really take a challenge um to
Yeah,
unseat her.
talk about how like progressives can't win or whatever, but like,
Bullshit.
yeah, Ilhan and I think, maybe some NYC people can uh speak to this. Sauron. But Ilhan, I think, wins consistently here, despite like some people having some issues with her or whatever, because she consistently does good things for our district.
Yeah,
Like, no
which is
joke.
what Summerlee does. Yeah,
Yeah, like she actually, when COVID happened, she suspended her reelection campaign to like kind of help her district out and
yeah,
like made main headquarters like kind of a
yeah,
headquarters handing out resources to her district, and that was really cool. Um
yeah,
yeah, I think that's all you got to do really. Like,
yeah.
I mean, at least on a local level, God, like I don't know what the fuck to do on a national level.
But what's funny is just kind of looking at these results now. Um, it's just people didn't show up. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
like, and if you look now, like the overall vote totals are getting very close.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
it's
and
like it's just people didn't show up, and
so
you know, uh,
the enthusiasm gap, it's a real thing.
yeah,
Like, and
yeah,
like, um, whatever you can say about Harris, I think she tied herself to, and I think maybe she had no other choice to but to do this. Like, she
yeah,
tied her to a very unpopular administration.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and like, I don't know if she could have effectively distanced herself since she was the vice president, obviously.
Hard to do. It's hard to
So,
do. Yeah,
I mean, but really, in hindsight, maybe she should have rolled that dice. Who knows?
yeah, yeah.
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
going
she had
first.
3 months. I mean, it's hard to. I'm sure it's hard to pivot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, 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 wrestling. I mean, has there been anything local in Minnesota? You haven't noticed. I know you haven't mentioned anything in a little bit, so I was just wondering if there.
Because I haven't, Sauron, I haven't been able to go too much
Ah,
because
yeah,
we obviously sank a bunch of money into our vacation. So,
yeah, yeah.
and wrestling events tend to be a little expensive. So I've been kind of ignoring first wrestling's stuff. But they've got things coming up in December, and maybe if I can swing that, I'll do that. I don't know. They're still going. What do you want, bud?
I know Enjoy Wrestling is doing a show here. I can't remember when it is, but oh God, I can't remember her name. Who's headlining? One of the headlines. Sunny Kiss. Sunny Kiss is on that show. I don't remember who she's wrestling, but so I might try to get out to that one. And then like the WWE comes here over the holidays. Like
Hmm.
they do like a big just. It's not televised. It's just like those shows are kind of fun to watch because the wrestlers kind of have like a lot more freedom because they're not on television, and so they can kind of fuck around and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun watching like the guys that are on national television just sort of, do some stuff you normally don't get to see. So I don't know. We're thinking about it. I know I talked to Jaden and Lex about going, and then Christina might go. So I don't know. We'll see. See what happens.
Well,
We got beer though,
yeah.
and you went first. No, I went first last week because I don't have the sign up. So you go first this week.
All right, let's go. All right. So I may have done this one before, but whatever, it's been long enough that it doesn't matter. This is a Schwarzbier from Arbeiter called Nachträder.
That does not sound familiar, Helen.
Okay, cool. Well, we both don't remember, so therefore we both win, I suppose. And
Yeah.
I'm wearing a shirt, so
I hope somebody gets real pissed and gets in the comments is like, fuck you both. You did this on whatever and like has a date. I love that.
who would remember, I think, is Ben, and I think he's very forgiving.
Thank you.
Hello, Ben. Nice to have you with us.
But yeah, I did not delete your comment last week. I know you said you put a comment up and it didn't, it like went away. I don't know what happened. It's YouTube. Hey, what's going on with the glasses? All right. Is that, oh, no.
Yeah, I
I was
bought
thinking,
these when I was vacationing in Iowa City, which is where my husband's from. So,
right on.
all right. Okay, so everything's very, very red in my view here. Uh,
Huh. Can you hold on? Something smells like it's burning.
okay, I
I'm
will
actually,
pour this.
I'm gonna
Check that.
pause. I'm gonna pause the recording.
Okay.
If I didn't come back, something's burning.
Okay.
All right, right back.
All right.
All right, nothing's on. Well, what happened was is the oven got turned on and something apparently had spilled in it and it's burning off. Smells great. I'm happy.
Well,
Beer.
yeah, this is a Schwarzbier, which is a German style, low ABV, 4.9%. It's a dark lager, I believe. Germany and Czechoslovakia have a lot of the same styles of beers, so
Mhm.
like similar to a Czech dark lager. I don't know if you can see the logo that's on here. I'm drinking out of a pupper's glass. Uh,
Can't really see it.
no, it's kind of a shame. Um, Sauron.
Sauron could logo.
Sauron, do you want to go play out there? Okay, I'm opening the door, buddy.
The cat video. That's what happens here. The cats take precedence because you can't tell a cat what to do.
Fine,
Yeah.
open.
Sauron's making some decisions. Helen making some decisions.
He's exhausted. He's exhausted. I love him, but he's exhausting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this basically just tastes like malt. It's lovely.
Ah.
Mm, yeah. So it's not as heavy as a stout, but it does have a lot of that kind of dark, savory flavor from all the malt. Yeah, this is a really neglected style that I wish more breweries would do. Um, it's kind of nice if you want like kind of a darker, heavier beer, but you don't necessarily want a stout. Um, yeah, sometimes you want a dark beer, but you don't want to feel like you have eaten a whole loaf of bread in a single sitting.
And with the low
Yeah.
ABV, you're not gonna it's not gonna give you a massive hangover the next day.
Mm.
Hopefully. Hopefully. I don't know.
Watch me now.
Yeah. Helen's gonna drink four of these on this video, and then she's gonna go to sleep.
We yeah, Arbeiter continues to excel in doing like traditional German styles. I was actually very happy to see this in kind of there's like kind of like a section of the beer store where they put every style they don't quite know how to categorize elsewhere.
Like miscellaneous.
Yeah, yeah, basically. Yeah, they have like what is it? Like porters and stouts, sours, IPAs, and then just like this is in the section.
We don't know. What do you want us to do with this stuff? We put it out. Isn't that enough for you? I just put I had to make a new Helen went first sign because I lost the other one. I think I may have said this last week, but my workspace looks insane right now because I have all these orange sticky notes from like a couple of documents I was working on, and I haven't. I should just get through. I should throw these away. I should throw these away. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw them away this week.
So what I did actually, my predecessor in my job had kept track of everything via sticky notes, and I found that just kind of too much to keep up with.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
a
notebook. And so everything that was on the sticky notes, I just like wrote in there.
yeah,
That's easier to keep track of.
sure.
So,
And I
yeah.
don't keep track of stuff via sticky note. I just was writing. This was like during a meeting I was having with somebody, so I was writing down notes and then just putting them up on the monitor, like in order of like how I had to go about writing up this document. So it was almost like I was storyboarding. Um, but I'm done with it. Like the document's finished. I don't need this stuff anymore. I should just get rid of it. Should just get rid of it. I don't need it.
Oh, PC load letter. What the fuck does that mean?
That's right. Helen, what shirt do you, or well, let's talk about shirts. Tell me about your shirt.
Okay. This is for the band Patriarchy, which features the artist actually, their front woman.
Mhm.
I saw them at Roadburn. It was fantastic. It was like about, I don't know, it was uh like around midnight. And I saw them with my dear friend Otto, who I think I've mentioned
Yes.
before.
Yes.
Yes, my Norwegian buddy and a very, very drunk Icelandic man who, had very befriended both of us, you know, in that music festival way. So we all had a good time.
Oh,
Um,
they're from here. That I did
uh,
not realize.
put out her Patriarchy's album and
Yeah.
actually his old solo stuff on his record label. And like, I think I have mentioned this before. Um, he saw them on the tour that they did right after actually gave birth, and
Oh,
he drank her breast milk, which she did like, kind of as like a fun little showmanship bit.
sure. I'm into
So
that. Yeah. A great idea. I'm
yeah,
just looking at their
it was-
Instagram. They list their band as under funeral service and cemetery.
sounds about right. Yeah. No, that it's super fun. Like I highly recommend listening to it if you're into like weird like goth performance art shit.
Yeah, I'm
It's like
bookmarking it to listen to them. I'm gonna get high after we're done doing the beer video and watch this football game because that's what I do now. I'm just wearing a Ludicrous shirt. It's just the Ludicrous logo. That's all. Pretty
yeah,
simple.
I
Mm,
almost for a shirt. Damn, we could have matched 2 weeks in a row, but we don't.
almost.
So
Speak- Speaking of which, so my beer is called Milk and Cookies. It's an imperial stout with golden raisins, cinnamon, and vanilla. It is made by Wicked Weed Brewing, who I've never heard. I've never had a beer but from Wicked Weed before. I think they're in North Carolina. Asheville, North Carolina.
oh,
Yes.
I went to college there.
There you go. It's from your neck of the collegiate woods. That's what the can looks like. Uh,
Yeah, so Asheville got almost completely destroyed in that hurricane.
they sure did. Yeah, that the Democrats caused. Um, how are we gonna have hurricanes from now on? Anyway, I'm drinking out of an Iron Maiden glass. 8.7 percent. So, and it's a small can, like a just a regular 12-ounce can. Um, yeah. I went yesterday to get something, and it's just there's so much fucking Christmas beer. And I'm not there yet. I may not get there at all. But definitely not yet. So
There's actually I think what is it? Who does a really good one? Um Bauhaus. I don't know. Somewhere around here, Insight is the one. They do like an incredible Christmas time beer that tastes like if you've ever had those coconut date candies you get at the
yeah. Yeah. I love those things.
there's it's so good.
Oh God, I love this fucking I don't think I've had one of those in like 30 years. I would fuck some up. So if somebody wants to send some,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've definitely had the experience of eating like 8 of those in a row and then being like, "Oh God, I regret this very much."
yeah. Um, it's funny. I would have guessed raisins had I not read the ingredients, but I wouldn't have guessed golden raisins. I would have just this kind of tastes like rum soaked raisins a little bit. Um, so it's a little on the bitter side. Um, not getting a whole lot of cinnamon, if I'm being honest. Um, and I mean, some of these beers that do boast cinnamon can sometimes go a little overboard with it. Like I'm not trying to do the cinnamon challenge here, guys. Like I just, a little bit of a taste is fine, but like let's not go insane. Um, but I would like a little more in this one. I'd like to taste it a little bit more. But again, the raisins definitely taste way out front, and I'm not getting a lot of the vanilla. Maybe I need to let it warm up a little bit. I don't know. Could be that. Oh, you know what? There's the cinnamon. I'm getting it now. It's subtle. Like it's not so, again, I think I'd like it turned up a little tiny bit more, but yeah, it's not overpowering, so that's at least good. Um, the bitterness, that's up to you. if you're okay with, you know, beers that are a little bit more bitter, um, it's not bad. It's not I'm trying to talk through a burp. I'm sorry. Ah. Um, I like a bitter beer. So it's like to me this really isn't over the top or anything, but it's maybe a little like because I think if you're getting something called milk and cookies, maybe you're expecting a little bit more sweetness. And the sweetness is really at a minimum. It is kind of bitter. Um, but not too bad. So Wicked Weed, I will start putting them on my list of when I see their stuff. We'll try them out.
They still exist.
What's that?
Uh,
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh boy, I should look that up. Ugh.
yeah, so I guess I mean I haven't been to Asheville in a really long time. The
Yeah.
last in 2010 when my friend Liz was graduating college.
Yeah.
Uh, and yeah,
Uh,
really good breweries there, but they were I if I remember right, they were in a part of town that got like really flooded out. So
yeah.
curious.
I did not realize that Wicked Weed is owned by Anheuser-Busch, so fuck that shit. But
Well, whom's among us, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
when
there's
I Surly were Union Busters. Um,
yeah.
Rand complained about Surly a fair amount on this report.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna maybe put a pin in that, like, hey, I'm gonna start looking for their beers just because I'm trying not to support Anheuser-Busch as much as I possibly can. But I do realize that every time you see a craft beer and you think it's something independent, it's usually not.
I mean, yeah, they're either, I think it's a deal with the devil. A lot of
Yeah,
breweries, like you can't say no to the distribution that
right.
Anheuser-Busch brings, but I mean, granted, I hate to bring up Hammerheart constantly. Oh, who am I kidding? I love them. But yeah, it's still, I think, like Austin and his brother just like trucking stuff like all over the state.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I think they partnered with I don't remember the brewery, but it's like kind of a bigger local one, and that's who they partner with distribution. So you don't necessarily have to make that deal with the devil. You can like if you aren't set on being the biggest in the world, you can
Yeah.
like still get decent regional distribution if you just partner with like a more established brewery like in your area.
Yeah. I mean, look, I drink a lot of Dogfish Head, and I mean, they're not independent either. I mean, but they're owned by, Boston Beer Company, which is, I'd rather have that than Budweiser. Though, I will
And
say,
I drink hams, like
yeah,
not,
um,
but
yeah,
yeah, I'll drink a hams.
why not? Oh, lost my train of thought. Oh, Dogfish Head. The only negative I've noticed, and this may have nothing to do with Boston Beer Company, but when you go to their brew pub, they used to have a lot more, kind of like collaborative beers. I mean, they still do, but they're not as exciting as they used to be. And they also used to bring out a lot of, like from the warehouse, like older beers, stuff like that that's been aging forever. Um, used to get a lot of that, and in their shop next to it you can find some bottles that are from some previous releases, but you don't get as much in the brew pub, like from the tap. So I kind of missed that. I really loved their old brew pub. I mean, granted, they completely outgrew it, and I mean they built a new brewery, and I love the new brewery. Like, I'm not complaining, it's fucking incredible. I watched a Sunday night Steeler game there one time, and um had a great time. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it may have nothing to do with Boston Beer Company, but it just seems like it's a little less adventurous than it used to be. It makes me a little sad.
That's
Or maybe
kind of
it's getting old. I don't know.
how Dangerous Man is now. Like they used to have like all kinds of wacky experimental shit at their old tap room.
Yeah.
And now I haven't been to their new tap room because it's an hour drive outside of Minneapolis, and I
Yeah,
don't
that's the
really.
one that moved, right?
And I've been grousing about this for
Yeah.
some time.
Yeah.
But like, which is, I think they feel the need to make more crowd pleasers now, which like
Yeah. I get that.
they're still pretty solid, but like
Yeah.
it's a bit of a bummer. Like they like I used to really like trying out their little swing for the fences beers.
Yeah,
And yeah, like they made those in batches so small, like it was obvious, like if 10 people buy this, like, well, okay, swing and a miss, but like,
yeah.
it's not the world's biggest deal if it doesn't sell. Now I feel like they are trying just to make things that they are reasonably sure will sell decently well.
Yeah, I feel like
And
that's where Dogfish Head went too.
yeah, well,
Yeah, because
if
they
they
used to do sorry, good.
if they stop making Sea Quench, I will personally
Yeah,
firebomb their
but that's the thing. There's no way they will because that thing sells so well for them. So like that's never gonna happen. But they used to do a lot of like the ancient grains ales. That they haven't done those in forever.
Yeah, I remember those.
Mhm. Yeah, those were really good and like I don't know, it just feels like a lot of the stuff they put out now is just not challenging. I mean, again, and I think a lot of it goes to what you were saying there. Like, they're a business, they're trying to make money. I get that. But yeah, I guess I just sort of miss those days where, you know, it was a little bit more independent. It took a little bit, they took some more chances, and I always look forward to drinking like every year they'd put out some interesting things that I'd look forward to, and now it's just all I really drink of theirs is like 120 and Worldwide Stout because the rest of the stuff I just don't care about. Fuck them. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. What else we got going on? I'm trying not to like delve in too much into negativity because it's fucking everywhere. And
Well, I can offer a disclaimer before we get into negativity.
I was like maybe not get into negativity unless you have something negative that you want to get
I
out of
have
your.
plenty negativity, always.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
We have 10 minutes.
All right, 10 minutes. We are entering the cool zone.
Oh,
Um,
good.
yeah, so I have, I feel like I increasingly have nothing insightful to say. Um, Not to get too nihilistic here, but it's like I am currently just focused on keeping my head down and trying to hustle out ways to leave this country. Um,
Yeah.
and the pissy thing about that is your passport is technically state property that can be revoked at any time. I'm very aware that my passport expires in 2 years, and so I'm just trying to be chill. And
One day you'll just go to Iceland and accidentally stay there.
they do have a very tourism based economy, but Icelandic is a tricky language to learn is the problem.
Oh yeah, I would. Yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of which, speaking of Solstafir's from Iceland, right?
Hmm?
Isn't
So
Sol they're from Iceland, right?
yeah, I saw them at Beyond the Gates. They're terrific.
Yeah, this is one of their older records. Their new one just came out, and as long as you're cool with them continually morphing away from black metal, I think it's a really good album. I like it a lot.
And with it when Elver did it.
Yeah, I mean, right, exactly. Although true, but I think Solstafir at least, I mean, not I think, Solstafir at least still has some of the black metal element in it, just not a lot of it. Whereas
Yeah,
Ulver's not like way over there now.
I think that yeah, they had some kind of art exhibit at a Gallery Fjalar. So that was cool. Um, I saw the opening for that because like I'm not cool, but I have cool friends that bullshit me into stuff like this.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I, today was the 19th time I begged my Norwegian friend to lie to the immigration police. Like, please let me in.
Yeah.
Jeg snakker norsk. Jeg snakker norsk. Hagen. I've started speaking conversational Norwegian because I decided to finally take the plunge between like Matt and my friend Gwen shaving me. Um, and this election, I'm like, okay, I gotta brush up on my skills. Like, I know Norway doesn't like the immigration process is long and kind of difficult, but like, I don't know. It's a little frustrating for me seeing like the whole uh I kind of understand why this is, but just people saying like, well, you can't just move out of the States. You gotta like have a plan. It's like, yeah, man, like I'm not expecting to like fucking stroll into the immigration office at like 4 p.m. just like speaking just hillbilly English, scratching my ass with a fork and eating a bag of chips. Like I know like yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta learn language. I gotta like figure out a pathway to employment and like maybe I'm only like aiming for Matt and I to get like permanent residency somewhere else. Like I know maybe we'll never get like actual citizenship anywhere, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and I don't know, but it's it's at the point where like, kind of the rotten feeling I got after the George W. Bush reelection, it's kind of crystallized. It's like,
Yeah.
what's the point of being here, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But you
Uh,
know what? We have cats.
we do. Like,
They're good.
yeah, they're good. They're good.
Brody even sat next to me during the Steeler game today. She fell asleep next to me. I got excited at one point, and she got very concerned. You cannot get excited during a football game. She gets very concerned.
Okay, I'm a
She
little.
thinks she thinks there's something wrong, and so she has to run over and sit on your lap and lick your face to make sure that you're okay. She's very emotional.
Oh, cute.
She's yeah. And then, she does things like this afternoon where she steals the remote control, you try to get back from her and she shows you her teeth. And, because it's she has a little bit of God, I can't remember what it's called now. Oh shit. Basically guarding her property, what she deems as her property. So we called her trainer and we're gonna work on this because can't be having this happen. But she likes to catch a soccer ball.
Oh, can I explain to you some cute Norwegian compound words?
Please, let's end with that because we got 4 minutes left here.
Okay, so grønnsaker, that's vegetables. It means green stuff.
Got something I'll probably never say.
And vaskebjørn, washing bear, that's raccoon.
Well, that's something I probably would say a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually so I started reading Norwegian news to brush up on my language skills. That was I was reading about that like that fucking MAGA influencer that got a squirrel and raccoon.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
We live on the dumbest, without question, the dumbest planet in the solar system is this one. That's why, like, there's all these theories of like, why haven't we contacted, other intelligent life yet? I wouldn't be surprised if they saw this place and were like, fuck no. No, no, we're not doing this. We can find somewhere better that won't melt our brains. Anyway, it's been the beer video slash cat video. There's one every week. Uh, we got one coming up next week and the week after that. There's more beers to have.
hmm
You know, try to stay positive. And that's it. So, Helen, I'm going to tell everybody goodbye.
All right.
All right.